With hands weathered by years of experience and eyes that see every detail of the land, they skillfully build a bush kitchen, simple yet perfectly adapted to the environment. Stones are arranged to hold the fire just right, branches and leaves form a shelter that balances shade and smoke, and every element reflects a deep understanding of nature. As the flames crackle, the women begin preparing traditional meals using ingredients foraged from the wild, fresh herbs, wild tubers, and carefully hunted game. Each movement is deliberate, each action a lesson, not only in cooking but in survival, respect, and community. The air fills with the aroma of roasting meat and fragrant plants, a sensory tapestry that tells the story of centuries of culture. Around the fire, the rhythm of life continues. Younger generations watch closely, learning the art of selecting, preparing, and cooking food in ways that honor both the land and their ancestors. Every bite taken is more than nourishment, it is a connection to history, to the Hadzabe people, and to the delicate balance of the ecosystem they have thrived in for millennia. In this simple bush kitchen, tradition, knowledge, and community converge. Here, food is not just sustenance, it is culture, wisdom, and a living bridge between the past and the present.
Hey guys, welcome to WhatsApp. I'm actually you can experience how we live here in the bush. And this is the traditional week here. So this is how we live here. You can see around here. We just got something here so you can see what's coming. Here we have a little panda here, he's enjoying food here. Yeah, guys, welcome. Tell us what you like more about Hadzabe tribe, what you like more about us, and what you could like to see more, so we can fix it and bring it for you, so you can enjoy it. So comment and don't forget to follow us and share. This is little one is learning how to cook, so this is how we teach them how to cook, so they can survive in case something happened to their family. Bonsoir Marcelina, bonsoir. Oui, ça va et toi? Ouais, bienvenue. We welcome you, Marcelina. Tell us, dis-nous ce que tu aimes à propos de Hadzabe. Quel genre d'activité tu aimes pour cette tradition-là de Hadzabe que nous vivons. C'est ça, non?
Hijau.
Yeah, this is how the kid they play. Yeah, to contact les enfants. You see, c'était l'endroit de là où ils s'amusent. This is where we cook our beans here in traditional. So yeah, we are cooking our beans and sometimes the kids are playing around there. So you can see this is a play area for the kids. Put some sand there so they can jump and yeah, enjoy our grandma cooking. So welcome guys and enjoy the traditional we're living here. So this is how we live here and this is just simple life and yeah, and then enjoy our life. There you can see some animal there going around. So you have one big elephant there. This is the standing elephant. Cet éléphant aime beaucoup voir les enfants et les cris des enfants. I mean, voilà, now you have some giraffe there. Other different yeah. Here we have yeah, and the panda play around here. There you can see some couple of bamboo just going around. Yeah, this is how we survive here, guys, and we welcome you guys and we love you. Enjoy this old tradition so you can have experience how to survive in the wild, in the jungle, when something happens. Intense. Here we don't have this. We don't have so many play stuff to keep the play with the nature stuff. So simple, and they enjoy it in that way. So yeah, guys, this is how we survive here.
Moja.
So here we are learning the kid how to contact from one friend in Swahili and in English, so they can know how to contact.
Moja.
Here, try this delicious honey.
Yeah, this just means that they subscribe to the people new on channel.
Today's wild lunch, Hadzabe hunter shares the catch. Morning sunlight filters through the tall acacia trees as the Hadza camp stirs awake. The air
Now
is
is
cool
eating
and still,
moment,
the
so
kind of quiet that only the East African savanna can
sharing
hold.
moment. So now we are
Before the
sharing
day grows hot, a
our
small
food
group of
here. So
Hadzabe
this is
hunters
how
set out with their bows, simple in
we share
appearance but deadly in
our
the
dinner.
practiced hands of
So
people who have lived from this land for thousands of years. Today's adventure begins with soft laughter, not urgency. Among the Hadza, hunting is as much about moving through the landscape with friends as it is about bringing home food. The men step lightly across the ground, scanning for tracks,
so we
following
cook
trails
here every
invisible
day.
to
We
anyone
build a
but them.
kitchen.
The
So
brush of a
we
hoof,
don't
the
cook
faint
them
roll of
at
dust,
same
the
place every
direction
day.
of the wind.
So we move
A few hours
here
later,
and
the hunters return, voices rising in
yeah, so we
excitement
move
as they
every
approach the
day.
camp.
So we believe in this.
The gathered group can already tell, the sound of triumph is unmistakable. One of the hunters, carrying a
Time
small
to time.
antelope slung over his shoulders, beams
It's
with pride but
traditional
not
way. So
boastfulness. For the Hadza, sharing is not only tradition but the foundation of community. One person's success is everyone's meal. As the camp gathers in a semicircle, the catch is placed on the ground. There is no formal ceremony, and yet the moment feels sacred. The older women move in to prepare the animal with skilled, practiced motions, while children watch
guys,
eagerly,
tell us
learning
what
with
you
wide
like more
eyes.
about Hadzabe and what
Soon
you
the
would
scent
like
of
to see
roasting meat
more
drifts
about
through
us.
the air
So
as a fire crackles beneath a canopy
we
of
will bring
leaves.
you so you can enjoy.
No seasoning, no marinades,
can
just the
enjoy
flavor of the land
this
itself.
your tradition we still
Around the
live.
fire, conversations rise, stories of the morning hunt, jokes about near misses, quiet appreciation for the food soon to be shared. When the meat is ready, it's divided piece by piece. Elders receive their portions first. Children reach out expectantly. Hunters take what remains. No one asks for more than they need. The meal is simple, but it is also a celebratio.
Yeah, there you can see one of our ants. There was hunting the other side there, so you can see them. They are going around and trying to catch something for the breakfast tomorrow. So try to catch something there. I just say hi to you guys and greet you guys. So they know that we're live now. This is what we are cooking now, guys. So this is the head of food we are cooking here now. Tell us where you watching from, which country you are watching from, so we know where you are watching from. Marcelina, which country are you watching from? Nous regarde de quel pays, Marcelina? This is our traditional drink here, so you can see the guys they are drinking. And here you have very big one, there. Enjoy it. We don't have
isakwa de ta jana na aya ne mo ko ta mo ja bele ta tu e ka tu e chana ta u kwa ta she khe gwe kwa ta ai ka ka che kwa ta ande de be
This is a drink you make from baobab fruit and honey, and then you wait for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you can start to drink, and then you get a little bit feeling to relax, stuff like this, or before food. Yeah, guys.
Usimalize.
Kazi tinoota mwana.
Eko kwa kusoma kwa na dogo. Kumi yako sasa wape. Ambao
Kabesa pipi yape.
Ai masi atona abayo kwa taa.
Na hapa na fana na kwa ota. Tumaini. Deki da deki. Afu te bamete. Uno tago. Uno kwa hapa na la misa. Na hapo pa.
Akuya atekote kutura yama.
Kata ya chikizini zako kwa peta imakawa aya kwa tweta ya tuse pan on tena what other so we ata sasa megwako na mitase megwako alafu kwa yicha unu chana aya kwa kuona kwa ya kata tongo kata ina kula tsago da tsiya
Akada kasita bisha sasa.
Yeah, this is fufu here. So this is how we cook fufu.
Kuna watu wengine ni mapana. Wanakosa hata heshima.
Hapo ndio kwa sasa atakawe.
Na kama kujita. Huyo bapia. Kwema.
Semeni na ona.
Acha mkoa. Ona be. Afa ana kwebe.
Yeah, in our tribe, so women start with first, and then the men they come after. So the men they are waiting there. What is left after the kid, and then we can eat. So yeah, this is how we survive here, guys. So this is our life. So always kid and the women they come first, and then we will.
Oh, no, Seb. Olago, 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 Olago.
Yeah, this is very hot soup here. You have with pepper and mm. Also we like pepper more, so make it to be strong and not to get sick easy. So that's why we eat more of that pepper. And the kid they get used to it, so it's nothing.
Katanya daman niya. Plus Q.
Jama bena so tu ako na te bawa te na bena so isa
Kami saksa. Kwa mama na be. Kai ba ya? Ni wana. Mai. Kwa.
Yeah, guys, tell us what you like more about us and our tribe, Hadza tribe of Africa, and tell us where you watch from which country you're watching us. So it will be. Dis-nous de quel pays que tu nous regardes, à partir d'où, qu'est-ce que tu aimes plus par de nous, les Hadzabe, notre tribu, des activités Hadzabe? Qu'est-ce qui t'intéresse beaucoup? We can determine ce que tu aimes voir.
Ali, o kwa katete aya faka chivita makubi o kwa katete. O sepa bitaya. Yeah, better na ko pele pele ka.
Day, one of those rare moments when they've been given a treat, sweet, sticky candy brought from the nearby market. Their eyes sparkle with excitement as they unwrap the colorful pieces, giggling at the way the sugar sticks to their fingers. The children don't sit still for long. Candy in hand, they run barefoot through the tall grass, racing one another along winding paths between acacia trees and scattered rocks. They tumble, roll, and chase each other in wild circles, their voices blending with the calls of birds and the whisper of the wind. Every stick of sugar seems to fuel their boundless energy, making their games even more imaginative. Some of the older kids create little obstacle courses, hopping over roots and balancing on logs, while the younger ones try to follow, shrieking with delight at every stumble. A few brave souls venture to the nearby riverbank, dipping their toes into the cool water, splashing each other and laughing until their sides ache. Even in the midst of the chaos, there's a sense of community. They share their candy, offering pieces to friends who didn't get any, their smiles wide and genuine. Nature itself seems to join their joy, the sun painting their skin golden, the breeze ruffling hair and clothing, the birds flying overhead as if celebrating alongside them. As the afternoon drifts on, the children collapse under the shade of a giant baobab tree, candy wrappers scattered around like confetti. They lie on their backs, pointing at clouds, inventing shapes and stories, still giggling over the games they just. Golden plains of northern Tanzania, where the acacia trees cast long shadows under the setting sun, the Hadzabe people prepared for the night. The day had been long, tracking antelope through the tall grasses, gathering baobab fruits, and tending to the small children with tender care. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the sky ignited with brilliant hues of orange, pink, and deep indigo, signaling the arrival of darkness and rest. The Hadzabe slept in simple clusters near the edge of the forest. Their homes were not built of stone or branches. Whispered Cato, a young hunter, as he settled beside the fire. The spirits of the land watch over us while we sleep. A soft breeze carried the scent of dry grass and the distant water holes. The children yawned and pressed close to their mothers, eyes wide with wonder and fear of the unknown. Above, the stars gleamed like scattered seeds, reminding the Hadzabe of the vastness of the world and their place within it. The Hadzabe locked themselves away at night. They slept lightly, always aware of the rustle of animals in the darkness, lions, hyenas, and the quiet movement of small nocturnal creatures. Yet, there was a sacred trust between the tribe and the wilderness, the land provided, and the tribe respected. As the night deepened, a soft hum began, the distant drumming of a river, the gentle sigh of the wind through the tall grasses, and the whisper of leaves as if the forest itself were telling its own stories. Cato's grandmother hummed a lullaby, a low melody that mirrored the rhythm of life itself, one of hunting, gathering, and deep connection with the earth. Under the dark sky, the Hadzabe drifted into sleep. Some dreamt of them, others of the spirits of their ancestors dancing in the firelight. Even as they slept, their senses remained keen, ready to rise at the first sign of danger or opportunity. Here, in this rhythm of life and night, the Hadzabe found both safety and freedom, a delicate balance between the seen and unseen. Hours passed, and the moon climbed high, silvering the plains. The fire dwindled, leaving only a faint glow. Wolves howled in the distance, but the tribe slept on, protected not by walls or locks, but by knowledge, respect, and the unity of their people. In the Hadzabe world, sleep was not mere rest, it was a continuation of life, a time when dreams and reality intertwined beneath the eternal African sky. And when dawn came, with its first pale light brushing the grass and the trees, the tribe would awaken again, ready to greet the land that had cradled them through the night whispers across the plains, the Hadzabe family. Night 1, the fire's glow. In the northern Tanzanian savanna, the last rays of the sun stretched across the golden grasslands. A small Hadzabe family.
Here you have my little panda here. The boy
Cato and little Lila,
he likes to enjoy
and gathering. Their fire crackled softly, sending sparks.
You can see how Shaba is
to the stars.
cooking his lunch dinner. Yes.
the same tune his
Yeah,
grandfather had
guys,
hummed
this
when
is how we
trekking his
survive
elk in
here,
the
guys.
acacia forests. Talia arranged the baobab fruits and tubers they had collected, her hands moving with practiced grace. Kato and Lila, exhausted from running barefoot through the plains, sat close to their mother, eyes heavy with sleep. As darkness fell, the tribe around them began settling. There were no walls here, only the open embrace of the land. Yet, the Hadzabe slept with a kind of alertness, attuned to every whisper of the night, the rustle of leaves, the distant roar of a lion, or the quiet steps of a nocturnal visitor. Talia sang softly, a lullaby that seemed to merge with the wind. Kato imagined the spirits of animals dancing around the fire, their forms shimmering under the moonlight. Lila clutched her mother's arm, dreaming of a great baobab tree reaching to the stars, its roots cradling the earth below. Amani watched over them, a spear at his side, feeling the pulse of the plains in his chest, the rhythm of life and protection. Day 2, the hunt and lessons. Dawn arrived with soft pink light spilling over the horizon. The air was cool, but the grass shimmered with dew. Amani took Kato and a few young hunters deeper into the plains, teaching them to track animals. Each footprint, each broken twig told a story. Kato learned not just to follow, but to read the life of the land, where the water ran, which trees held fruit, and how the animals moved with the wind. Meanwhile, Talia taught Lila and the younger children to gather roots, berries, and honey, emphasizing which plants healed and which could harm. Every task carried lessons older than memory, lessons of survival, respect, and unity. When night fell, the family returned to the fire. The children shared stories of the day. Kato had spotted a lone impala, while Lila had found a hollow filled with wild honey. Their voices mingled with the crackling of the fire and the night's chorus of insects, frogs, and distant predators. The Hadzabe believed that animals spoke to humans in dreams, and tonight, the children would sleep with open hearts, hoping for guidance. Night 2, Dreams of the Ancestors. Kato awoke in the night, drawn to a soft, silver light reflecting off the distant hilltops. In his dream, he saw his grandfather walking among the animals, teaching him how to move silently and honor each life taken for food. Lila dreamed of dancing with fireflies, each glowing spark whispering secrets of the land. Amani and Talia lay beside their children, listening to the night. They spoke in whispers about the balance of life, how
to shoot on the cabana. Come bene con la gana to shoot. Sao bene con la kai mi ata ngo in a ngo. I have that to shoot. Take a salad or not.
Kita caranya tak enak. Mana makutina?
Makutina. Show it here.
Ita dia kata bena takla sebab asal itu katanya be ada saya be agak sekali so kami touch
Kai ti tamo. Bana ko te kai creamy ya ko eta. Ha? Julikana ebe ala Hama bebe wa echa.
Aku tua tapi apa ni? Nabe
na wa isa on. Wa ina ma on wa.
Pake a mapambano nikileta akala ede la kazi kata una Hadza ko
mo kasi tayo nang mana umpul. Umpul ni apa?
Long, slow memory of people who walked, built, cooked, gathered, and listened to the world before the world became so noisy. History, for a long time, was told from the top down. Kings, generals, conquerors. Maps redrawn. Empires made and unmade. Battles with dates. Treaties with clauses. Crowns and swords. But that's not the only way time passed. People are hungry now for something else. A history that lives lower to the ground. Closer to the soil. Not the story of who ruled, but how people lived. What they ate. Where they slept. How they raised children. How they waited out the rain. How they gathered roots when no fruit would grow. How they healed. How they carried grief, and how they passed joy along in stories around the fire. Let's begin where history is often quietest. With the indigenous peoples whose voices were left out of the official records. Not because they didn't have stories, but because they didn't write them down in books or carve them in stone for kings. They stored them in the rhythm of seasons. In the smell of wild honey. In the position of stars. In the ways you speak to elders, or don't speak at all. The Hadzabe of East Africa, for example, have lived much the same way for thousands of years. Their days begin when the birds begin. And
Yeah, guys, this is Lam family here, so they are cooking their lunch. So you cannot see how we make it fun and
they listen more than they talk.
and make a story
They
before
laugh, too, at
the
things
food
so
is
small
finished.
they wouldn't
So
be noticed in a city. A missed arrow,
it's just a little
a
bit
stubborn
comedy
tree,
there
a child mimicking a
and
baboon's
make
call.
joke and so,
They have no
so
chief,
this is how we survive here.
no calendar, no currency. And yet, they have survived. Not by conquering, but by adapting. Watching. Waiting. Remembering. And it's not just Africa. In the highlands of Andean South America, women wove cloth with patterns that told stories. In Southeast Asia, rice paddies reflected the sky, and with every harvest, traditions passed through fingers and feet more than words. In Australia, Aboriginal songlines stitched together the land like invisible maps, guiding people across space through melody, rhythm, and memory. So often we hear about wars and inventions. But what about water jars? Cooking stones? Midwives? What about the everyday? There's a quiet longing, now, in our restless modern world, for those histories. The ones that show not how power was won, but how life was sustained. How women moved in the shadows of palaces. How communities thrived without money or roads or machines. These aren't the loud stories. They won't keep you up. In fact, they do the opposite.
Thank you for watching, guys. This is what we have for
They
today,
your breath to match a
and
slower
we'll come
rhythm.
back tomorrow with live, so
The
don't
rhythm of
miss it.
gathering wood at dusk, or
Thank
chewing
you for
tubers
watching, and
under a
don't
tree while
forget
someone
to
tells a
follow
story.
and share. So we love you guys, and bye for today. Bye, Marceline.